So Deck of Many Things had a similar problem.
Yes, I do. I thought you were going to talk about the Gate Pass Gazette 2023 because we also had that problem. The annual.
Yeah. We also had quite a bad one with a Judge Dredd core rulebook, I believe.
Yes.
The entire print line had to be scrapped.
It happens.
Wow. It happens. But yes, that's basically all it is. It's there's a defect in the cover. They've recalled it, and they're now going to be releasing it in December the 9th.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense. I'm glad they've got good quality control to catch it. And if you're reprinting, even if you have all the print files, December would be the date, because even if you're printing it now, by the time it finishes printing, then you send it to places it's got to be, and then it gets sent on to all the shops. December would be that time.
Yeah. It's just mean that Wizards now has a very, very sort of back-ended release schedule in 2025 now. They've got a lot coming out over the next 3 months, all crammed into a really short period of time.
Right.
Well, why don't we talk through what those will be?
Well, we always knew there was an October slot.
Yes.
But we didn't know what was in that slot. We knew something was coming out in October.
Yes.
And everyone was guessing at what that might be. What I did not guess is what it was, because there's a starter set coming out soon, as we know, Heroes of the Borderlands.
Yes.
So I was not expecting a box set to fill that October slot. But I was wrong.
Oh.
Here we are.
I was wrong. There is a box set filling that October slot. And here it is.
Oh. The Stranger Things.
Right. Yes. Welcome to the Hellfire Club.
Yes. Got a cover, looks like it's Stranger Things 3 inspired, but with it's got the chap who's
Eddie Munson.
Eddie Munson, yes.
It's been a couple of years, but yes. It's got a cartoon style thing going on for the cover, so all right.
Yeah,
it looks very 80s nostalgia D&D. I think with some of the pieces inside the box set was the goal with it.
Got to look at some of those pieces inside as well.
Oh yeah,
that's
if you're watching the live stream as well, which we live stream 2 p.m. BST on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook every Friday. If you're listening to the podcast and can't see the images.
Yeah. So what we're looking at here now, so we've got the box set, but what you can see that it's got a quick start guide. It's got 5 pre-generated characters. It's got tokens. It's got cards. It's got poster maps, including a double-sided poster of Greyhawkins, which is Greyhawk, and Hawkins is the town that Stranger Things people live in. So the realm in which these adventures take place, there's 4 adventures in here, and they all take place in Greyhawkins. Of course, you've got the Stranger Things. You don't like that, okay?
PJ does not approve of pun.
But I mean, also includes like Stranger Things monsters. There's the demo bats and demo dogs.
The Demogorgon.
But I assume so, yeah.
Well, it's not Demi, it's Demogorgon.
Demo, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Demi is very, very reflexively the way to say it, but it's actually Demogorgon because that's the name of the original D&D Argorable.
Well, there we go.
I think some sort of fiend.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, those are very old-fashioned, aren't they?
The character sheets, and you can see that these are very, very, very 80s. Because back in the 80s, you would get these sort of yellow paper, black and white, not black and white, obviously black and yellow. Character sheets. I remember these from the 80s, so it is very much themed to look like a modern version of an 80s product.
Yeah, well, I think it looks really nice.
Yeah, but I can clearly see that there's a black lady on there, and she appears to be wearing clothes. So that's very much not something I'd expect to see on the 80s versions of Dungeons and Dragons stuff.
I mean, there were black ladies with clothes in the 80s. That did happen.
There were black
in
ladies
D&D,
not in the fantasy genre, and not in D&D.
I think
I'm not saying that they weren't as players. I'm saying they weren't represented in the media.
I would think that's correct. One thing, I think these are the player characters that the characters in the Stranger Things TV show play. So they look a bit, a bit like
Erica.
their
Right.
interpretation. So yeah, so that would be her character she plays. Not to be too much spoilers for the TV show, but yeah, I mean, I know you said you were surprised for us, but it makes perfect sense that they're doing this tie-in product because Stranger Things, the final season, is in November.
Yeah.
So
I just didn't expect a box set following a box set. That's all. That's what took me by surprise.
But it is smart to do the Stranger Things tie-in as a box set because a box set is more accessible.
No,
it feels more like a board game, and it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you don't like it Wizard of the Coast. Yeah, you're not got that sort of like
that's
business
why
pizzazz to keep them going.
That specifically is why I don't work with.
100%.
No like, reason, just that. Yeah.
They're like that Morrissey. He'd never think to do 2 box sets in a row. You know, can't employ him.
But we did do 2 box sets in a row. We did the Level Up starter box set and the What's Old Is New starter box set in the same year.
We did do that.
So you're saying that Hasbro is imitating your work? Well, yeah. I mean,
that's exactly what we're saying.
We came up with the idea of box sets. Yeah.
We did. No one's ever done that before.
No.
A strange intelligence, alien, far away, observing.
A question from the audience here, Damien James O'Farrell. Question mostly completely unrelated to anything. Listening to the show's back catalogue and putting together subtle context clues, I have to ask, why does Morris hate digest editions? I don't think I do. Do I?
I think this may be a reference, and I'm happy to be corrected this wrong, to how you described that every single book that if you had your way has Dictator of the World, every role-playing book would come in A0.
Oh, I see.
Truly ludicrous, with a truly ludicrous title across the front, which comes from the fact that you're just like shocking bad at naming things.
Yeah. I mean, that comes more from the fact that I just like absurdist humour.
Yeah.
So I thought the most ridiculous product I could think of. Yeah.
Really, really long. Like people cannot see how far apart my hands are, but they are very far apart indeed. Really long titles. Jessica's nodding with that 1,000-yard stare, which we've come to know and love.
Yes, I mean, I speak to Russ most days at work, and it's there's a reason why I needed the last week off. So you know.
Yeah,
bit mean, really.
to escape the absurdist humour.
Uncalled for, I think.
Don't make his lower lip quiver.
He's fine.
I think we're going to be having words with HR. I think.
I am HR. You said in the past.
What do you do when HR goes bad?
Well, let's go to a Coldplay concert, I guess.
Yeah.
Oi,
some of the memes.
It was written in the stars.
Have been fantastic. Some of the dog memes of that have been amazing. You see some of the dogs doing that. That is so funny.
No,
I have not. You should.
But I can imagine.
Yeah, they are just hilarious.
Anyway, outside of popular music news, what else is happening in the TTRPG news?
Okay, well, there, Forgotten Realms. We now have the cover
these places
of the upcoming 2 books.
Ooh.
So these appeared on Game Informer, who did a big exclusive article with a big old preview of the Forgotten Realms upcoming books. A lot of stuff we already knew, and a few other tidbits we didn't. But the big thing was the cover. So we've got 2 adventures. They're final titles, so we didn't actually have these titles before. So we've got Adventures in Faerun, which is the Dungeon Master's book.
It's not Faerun.
Faerun. Yeah, it probably is Faerun, actually. You're probably right.
It's Faerun.
Heroes of, I'm going to go Faerun. It sounds better. Heroes of Faerun, which is the player expansion.
Yes.
So, that's the covers. I think
it's got Karlak on them, I think.
I think one of them has a Baldur's Gate person. Is that correct? Is one of those a Baldur's Gate person?
Yes, as the resident Baldur's Gate person on the podcast, I will say yes. It features Karlak and Minsk from Baldur's Gate 3, so it's got their artwork style on there, and of course Boo.
And
I don't see Boo.
Is that Jarlaxle?
It's on Minsk's shoulder.
I see now the miniature giant space hamster. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what do you think of the covers?
I mean, I love a Baldur's Gate 3 reference, don't get me wrong. Having a great time. The art style does look different from the usual D&D art covers. It looks a bit more 3D, like animated style. I do like the Forgotten Realms Adventures in Faerun cover. It's got like a magic user standing with their arms apart, casting magic, but in the background it looks to be there's perhaps a beholder or a spectator, I think, and then there's a mind flare on the floor. So there's lots of stuff going on in the background of the Adventures in Faerun. And that also feels a bit Baldur's Gate 3, not to be too spoilers, but there's lots of creatures that you explore in the game there as well. So I think this feels very friendly for someone that's played Baldur's Gate 3 and is like, maybe I'll give this real D&D a try. And maybe that's the intent with the covers.
Well, they feel off-brand because they've got a different brand and look, and we're missing like the big D&D logo on them.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that actually. Yeah, there's no D&D logo on there.
Well, yeah, they just got Dungeons and Dragons with the classic ampersand, but it's in white as opposed to red. So, like, it's a choice. You can mess around with your branding if you like. Not one I'd make if you've got such a solidly built one. But again, I don't work for Dungeons and Dragons because I'm just a curmudgeon that way.
The cover layout has changed for 2024, though, hasn't it?
True. 2024, 25. Yeah, I don't. Maybe I'm just not recognizing the new visual grammar, and how they look. They look also quite different from each other. The Forgotten Realms, which is apparently a Dungeon Master expansion, it looks like a Magic the Gathering card to me. That's a compliment.
Yeah,
it is
actually,
pretty. It's good looking, but it isn't D&D. Like that's not the brand I associate with. I see that, I think Magic the Gathering.
And it feels like the cover of Eberron Forge of the Artificer in the same style. So that's how they do it now.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that is good, so you can differentiate between the 2024 and the 2014 books, I guess. So at a glance, it'll be easy. So,
I guess so.
Why would you need to do that? They're all the same edition.
PJ.
Yeah.
Put that big ladle stirring spoon down. Take it out the pot.
Okay. I need to feed my handbag full of kittens. All
right. Yeah.
And the cover of Heroes of Faerun is a different art style. I'm trying to put my finger on exactly.
It's like computer game graphics, but slightly older computer game graphics.
It looks like the advertisements for older computer games. I'll definitely concede you.
Yeah.
Because it's like when they got artists to draw a picture of what the game would look like, as opposed to the 16 or 8-bit contents of what was inside. So yeah, I mean, it's not a bad cover. Like it's I'm not like 100% on what's going on apart from the fact that they're walking down a hill, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a bit confused by the choice of characters. Like, they have Karlach and Mince there. But there's two other characters that I don't recognize.
One of them is Jarlaxle, which is Drow from Menzo Baranzan.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's our bottom right character. I don't know who the other one is.
Yeah. And presumably someone else that we'd recognise from somewhere else. Looks like a black guy with a bird-headed staff, and he's got some sort of blue lasers floating, swirling around.
A magic user for sure. But yeah, I was just intrigued as to why the heroes of, because these are the heroes of Faerun, which is fair enough, and Karlach and Minsk, if you finish the game, absolutely are. But there's lots of others there, and I was intrigued that why those two have been the ones that are picked out of the lineup, because I would have thought, I'm trying not to give too many Baldur's Gate 3 spoilers away, but Will should surely be on there as well. Like, if you're picking out a hero, he's the Blade of Frontiers.
Unless they're trying to tie things in with other stuff that's coming out. So maybe
Baldur's Gate Waterdeep. Well, sorry, I'm agreeing with your point and seeing if maybe there's something that we could draw from it. So perhaps there's I don't know.
Perhaps there's a Menzo Baranzan box set coming or something.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe it's like half Baldur's Gate, half Waterdeep, or maybe the guys from 10 Towns or something. I don't know.
Here we go. The person in the background with the staff is a woman, Vajra Safahr, Safahr, who served as the Black Staff in Waterdeep since the late 4E era. She's also on the new Monster Manual cover with Minsk. There we go.
Okay.
There we go. So it's a Baldur's Gate Waterdeep crossover edition, which is a player expansion.
Yeah.
So I guess that will have the archetypes, subclasses, whatever you want to call them, new feats, blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
Okay,
and the Dungeon Master one has like details on various regions and setting-based information.
Oh, okay, kind of like
and
a
presumably monsters, I imagine.
Yeah, maybe some bits for bastions, perhaps, or would that be more players? No, I think they like bastions for players now. Come to think of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's not all the news concerning these Forgotten Realms books.
Oh, I know.
Do you want to do this next bit, Jess? Since it features your favorite topic in all the world.
Well, I mean, I feel like we've already been discussing it, but yes, certainly. So the Forgotten Realms books have loads of digital DLCs, and one does feature a character from Baldur's Gate 3, which is Asterion, which if you look online, the online community, he is a big fan favorite online. But yeah, that's the main highlight of the news.
Yeah, so this is going to be called Astarion's Book of Hungers. And it's going to focus on urban vampire adventures.
Campire.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
sorry.
Yeah. I mean, this is just one. This
is
just one of several DLCs that are going to come. So it's going to be digital-only content, presumably available on D&D Beyond, I guess. And that's an example of one, but there will be others.
Maybe there'll be others for the different companion characters if they're going to tie into Baldur's Gate 3, because it seems they're leaning into that quite heavily at the moment with a lot of new books. Like we've seen glimpses of in character art in different books, and then now covers. So
yeah,
maybe
that would make sense to me if they did a little expansion for each character.
I'd love that. Yeah, tell me more about Minthara, please.
I can't.
I know you can't because we haven't got back to playing yet.
Probably from Menzo Baranzan.
Cheers, yes. I know some of her backstory, but yes.
I can tell you about Menzo Baranzan.
I don't know. Maybe later.
About that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's our Forgotten Realms news for the week.
I'm glad we remembered to talk about it.
About where? Anyway.
That old
Sorry.
Listen, I'm the one that says jokes get funnier with repetition. You deny this, but you keep making the same joke.
That's why I'm nominated and not award winning. So
Yet.
Well. Anyway, what else have we got?
Right, this is something I don't know much trophy. About. Not that.
That's Asterion.
That is Asterion. That is Warframe.
Hurrah!
Yes. I take it I am the person who has played it.
I have not even heard of it. So.
Oh yeah, I haven't played it. PJ, do you want to introduce it?
Yeah. So. I haven't played like a lot of it, not hugely my sort of game. And it has been a couple of years, but I did actually recognize the name and how to say I have actually indulged. It's like sort of a MMORPG, like massively multiplayer online role-playing game for those who missed that abbreviation in the past. And you got like a lot of stuff going on with it. And I didn't really understand a lot of what I was looking at, but you are essentially like, I think you're a person in a mech suit and you're going off doing missions. And yeah, it's like I found it quite repetitive. But the idea is that one grinds it a lot and that you increase the power of your mech, and it is good. So I guess there was clearly some, like, quote, lore, unquote, going on. But quite frankly, I found it, I was struggling a bit to follow past all the blinking lights and sound explosions.
And these mech suits they call anthropomorphous biomechanical combat units.
Wow.
So, yeah, and that's what a Warframe is. But I guess it's basically a suit you wear, I guess.
Yeah.
Very customizable, sounds like, though.
Yeah.
But the important thing here is there is a partnership with Paizo, and they're making a Starfinder adventure based on Warframe called Operation Orias.
Yeah. Starfinder X Warframe is how they got it branded, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So this will be a role-playing game, not a digital game, because obviously Warframe is a video game.
Yes,
so
correct.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So you can try it out at Gen Con at Paizo's booth if you're there next week.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's coming out later this year, October, I believe. Yes, October 2025. It is a tabletop game. I think it's an adventure. It's not a game. It's a Starfinder adventure, I believe. But it's not 100% clear. It's not 100% clear.
Yeah, well, in which case that's a perfect fit, because that was my experience playing Warframe. There was a lot of stuff going on. I was not 100% clear on what was going on. Probably just because I'm a bit slow. So there we go. But yeah, it was like, I got a friend who like sunk countless hours into it, very large numbers. Yeah, there we go. And it's free to play, so I didn't feel that I didn't get my money's worth out of it. I'll tell you that.
You can't argue with that price point, can you?
No. But it did consume a truly enormous amount of disk space. Like, such an amount of disk space that Baldur's Gate 3 looks quite small in comparison.
Wow. What a statement.
I know, right? I know, yeah.
Right. Next.
Ooh.
So we have got from Mike, who used to be lead designer over on Dungeons and Dragons 5e, who now works for Chaosium, who make Call of Cthulhu. And it looks like he's brokered a kind of collaboration between his current and past employers. So now, over on D&D Beyond, you can pick up a 5e powered supplement called Cthulhu by Torchlight.
That's a battling the Cthulhu mythos with swords and spells?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah. So what this contains is a new subclass for each of the main character classes in the player's handbook. A couple dozen Mythos-themed spells. A new background. New origin feats. 20 plus monsters from the Cthulhu mythos. And rules for passions and dreadful insights, as long as skill challenge rules, which provide a framework for investigation, interaction, and other non-combat encounters.
Okay.
There we go.
I mean, shall I jump in and say it?
Sure.
I mean, I don't think 5e is the rule set I would go to run a Cthulhu game, because in Cthulhu, the stories, you want to be a normal person uncovering something of unimaginable power and scale, and with the threat that it might just backhand you and you die. And it's very investigative, and I don't think the 5e rule set supports that frame of playstyle.
There was a 3e Call of Cthulhu edition.
So
it was powered by D&D 3.5 at the time.
Yes.
And it was a whole edition, big hardback cover, whole edition of Call of Cthulhu, not just a supplement which introduced some elements. It was a whole edition of the game. I never played it. I can't imagine how that particularly worked well, but
I mean, they're not wildly opposed. A D100, a D20, mathematically they are pretty similar.
It's so much 0 to hero. It's just very much not that, is it? It's.
I mean, what is the real thematic tonal difference between Cthulhu by Torchlight and, say, Ravenloft, how it should be run?
Oh, all right. Sarcasm aside.
I'm going to stop.
PJ, just put down the wooden spoon. Like, put it down this week. Jeez.
You're in a sassy mood today.
When is PJ not in a sassy mood? But I get why they've done this, because like obviously a lot of people like playing 5e, and maybe it's going to introduce them to that setting, that world. If you are looking at this, not play Cthulhu, I would recommend there's probably other systems that would better support the type of story you're going to tell. But you know, that's just me banging my drum, me with the not D&D podcast in the corner. So
yeah. Laundry got a second edition out. Delta Green by Dennis Twitter. There's a modern day version in America.
The many Chaosium Cthulhu games, you know.
Yeah, basic role playing. Yeah. I mean, I'm sort of interested to see what they make of a Shoggoth, because I imagine that's going to be a chewy boy too.
It doesn't actually say Call of Cthulhu, though, does it? Although it is by Chaosium, who produced Call of Cthulhu, it's not branded Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, because it's not Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah,
it's Cthulhu by Torchlight.
Yeah. I think fighting Cthulhu in 5e would feel very different, because say I'm a warlock, I've already got a pact with a patron, I've got abilities to do spells and things like that. So some giant beast that has this that I'm fighting, I'm like, sure, bring it on. If I'm playing Call of Cthulhu, I'm a librarian.
You know, in Mythological Figures and Maleficent Monsters, we publish stats for Cthulhu. So we shouldn't throw too many stones, really. We made a 5e powered Cthulhu, and once you've given it stats, players can kill it. That's the rules. That's how it works.
Yes, but
it
that's
does have stats in Call of Cthulhu as well. But as I recall, famously, it ate D4 adventurers per turn.
Yeah.
Or D4 investigators, I do beg your pardon. Yes.
Yeah. So as long as you're not an investigator, you're fine.
I'm afraid that's what we call the player characters for us.
Well, if you're a baker or a butcher or a candlestick maker, you're fine. But if you do any investigating, if you even look in a cupboard to find something,
I'm afraid it's like, you know, people are going to probably complain. Trail of Cthulhu by Pelgrane Press. Thank you, Doika. Much appreciated. Like if you have like a D&D game and it's like, okay, what happens? Well, D4, okay, you, and you. Cthulhu grabs you up, stuffs you in his mouth, and chews you. Okay, what saving throw do you make? I need you to roll 3d6 6 times.
I'm making up a new character. Yeah.
I just want a different feel from a game. When I'm playing something like D&D, I want to feel like a big, powerful hero. And when I'm playing Call of Cthulhu, I want to be a person who is small and afraid. And they're just different vibes.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you disagree, this is available for you.
Yeah.
So there's room for everything in the hobby.
Because I do like a good monster. I'd love to see what they've done with the old Shoggoth, as I say.
I'm interested enough that I'll probably grab it just to look at it out of curiosity. I don't know how much use I'd ever get out of it, but I might grab it just to look at it, just because I'm like you curious what they've done with the monsters and things.
Yeah, like how what's the mechanical rules for tickling, as the Nightgaunt famously does. It grabs you with its big battle, and it flies away, and its big back-like wings tickling you.
But also think about it this way. This has just occurred to me. Stranger Things box set coming up.
Yes.
And this is basically a sort of mythos horror themed expansion for D&D.
Yeah.
It's probably a good tie-in. It's probably you probably find that it might be useful alongside that Stranger Things box set.
Yeah, I'll be interested also to see what they do with things like mental stress and insanities, which are very important parts of Call of Cthulhu, but which were not last time I looked, which was getting on for something like 10, 15 years ago, not hugely well done. And the stigma around mental health is a big problem. So hopefully they've spent some of that Hasbro money, splash some cash.
Passions and Dreadful Insights, which might be the replacement for that.
Yeah.
Dreadful Insight, yes.
But I couldn't tell you for sure.
Yes, dreadful insights into the way the world is made.
Yeah. All right then, next topic. I'm quite excited about this one.
Oh yeah, I know what's coming up. I can see. Yeah.
Yes. If I say the word thunder to you,
thunder
what comes to mind? Thunder.
Thundercats. Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
There is going to be a Thundercats tabletop role-playing game.
Okay.
An official one.
And that has caused me to listen to the theme song to Thundercats approximately 1 million times this week.
Wow.
But
I know, it's stuck in my head. It's a proper earworm now.
Do you feel the magic though?
Feel the magic,
feel the force?
hear the roar, Thundercats. No, I won't subject anyone to my singing.
Jessica is smiling in the old people are talking again. That's fine.
I was born in the 80s, PJ, don't forget.
But did you watch Thundercats?
No, I was more of a biker mice from Mars kind of girl.
Fair enough.
You can watch both. It's not an either or situation.
I mean, you have limited time, but yeah. I didn't have all the channels in the UK.
Kids did have limited time in the 80s with all those responsibilities.
I remember in the UK when we got Channel 4 and then when we got Channel 5, and that was like groundbreaking. They have 5 channels to choose from at one time.
Yeah. Amazing, wasn't it?
Madness.
Amazing. Anyway, Thundercats. So this was announced at the San Diego Comic Con by Dynamite Entertainment.
Yes.
Who are partnering with Linvander Studios to make the official Thundercats TTRPG, which will be a 250-page rulebook with characters from the cartoon show and comic books. It's going to be 5e powered, I understand.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And that makes a bit more sense with this theme for me. I'm like, I don't feel these are like powerful heroes that can do stuff. So I'm like, fair enough.
It's not the worst idea. It means people will at least be able to give it a go. I don't like the cover.
No?
Why not?
Well, because
it's got Thundercats on
wrong. It does have Thundercats,
wrong?
but they're wrong. Yeah. Well,
they're
not wrong, but it's like they're drawn in a different style to the cartoon.
Okay.
It's definitely got more of, I'd say probably more of like the manga / anime style.
But it's also based on the comic books, and also there was an anime reboot of the show as well. So maybe it's more based on that than the original 80s. But I don't know for sure, but maybe.
No, but that's just my immediate reaction. So I mean, they're not bad. It's not terrible.
Did you want the nostalgia hit though? You wanted the classic art style.
Yeah. And like Staff just like has less snout than I expect. Snarf being like the little cat thing in the front left corner, which is pointing directly at the viewer. Like it's basically like a nanny for the because like when I pause to explain what Lion-O is, who's basically
are they cats? Are they actually cats?
Cat-like.
I mean Thundercats.
Thundercats, I suppose, but
well, there's only one ironclad test, which is to like put them up somewhere high with like a vase next to a cliff edge and see what the results are. Exactly. If it doesn't go off the edge, then definitely not a cat. So if it does, then or get a sunbeam to shine down on them. If they immediately lie down and fall asleep, then they are cats.
It's a good way to find out. If only Mum-Ra had known that.
Yeah, and was Mum-Ra a ancient wizard, or was he someone with access to nanobots and had become delusional over immense periods of time?
Was he a mummy? He was a mummy, wasn't he?
Well, yes, part of the time, and part of the time he was super buff flying sorcerer.
Right.
Or wizard. But again, we're living in a world where you have like how would you put them? Sort of like Furbies with the fur stripped off, kind of robot teddy bears that live in a village. Has medieval peasants, and you have people on jet bikes flying in from space to add stuff, while you also have potentially magic. So how much of this is magic? How much of this is, I mean, I guess, and how much of it is high technology?
Is it the same universe as He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, or is it totally separate?
I don't have the same vibes about the way it works, but I don't know. I'm not an expert on the shows.
I assumed they were separate. But if in the comments you know more about this, please tell us.
I was always confused about Skeletor. Is he a skeleton or not? Because he's got like a really sort of like buff human body, but then a skeleton head. So is he? So he's not a skeleton from the neck down. It's just his head.
Well, look, you got the Crimson Skull in the Marvel universe. It's just like chap with skull for a head. So, and he's probably a person as opposed to a skeleton. So there you go.
Yes.
I mean,
maybe skeletons.
I'm not saying skeletons are not people. I'm just.
Well, we all have skeletons, hopefully here. Maybe he just went for like a. Maybe he just went for a chemical peel and it went wrong or something. You know.
Yeah.
Turn the dial up a little too high. Yeah.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Too much skincare. That's what happens if you use retinol and go in the sun.
So Thundercats, do we have any other information other than it's 5e based?
No, it's coming to Kickstarter soon. I imagine more information will start trickling out over the coming weeks, and I don't know when it goes live, but there is a coming soon page on Kickstarter already.
Okay.
It's going to be crowdfunded.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. Was there a Masters of the Universe role-playing game or not? I just remember there was Transformers and G.I. Joe in the last couple of years by Renegade Game Studios.
Is there a modern Masters of the Universe game? That I don't know.
Yeah. So as part of that sort of clutch of stuff that was done in the last few years by Renegade, was maybe not. I'm not sure.
I don't remember hearing about it because I'm pretty sure we'd have been more excited about He-Man, the role-playing game, or She-Ra. That would have got a lot of people very excited.
But then again, I don't have a He-Man sword, but I do have a Thundercat sword.
That's true.
I have
Swords of Omens is iconic.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Lots of Freudian metaphor in that show.
In He-Man or
moving on?
Thundercats.
In Thundercats.
Right. I would say in He-Man possibly too, but
especially with the Swords of Omens. Anyway,
look, we don't have time to psychologically analyze the 80s. Let's move on to the TTRPG news.
Let's not. We do a lot less cocaine now.
That'll be our other podcast.
We do significantly less cocaine. We cannot share that frame of reference. It was a different time.
It was a different time. Anyway, what else happened this week, Ross?
A Critical Role have announced video game development plans.
I feel like I've heard this before, but not in detail.
Well, they're partnering with Ad Hoc Studios. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. I don't know video game studios, so I couldn't tell you. But they are making multiple projects. We don't know the details of them all. At least one of them will be set in Exandria, which is the setting for their main live stream show. And it's going to be based on Ad Hoc's upcoming Dispatch game, again, which I don't really know anything about. So this is kind of, when you start going into video games, this is where I start going, what? So it's very early in development.
Superhero workplace comedy game.
Superhero workplace comedy game.
So you have to decide which heroes are sent to manage emergencies in a city.
Okay.
So it's not like a big AAA game. It's not going to be like Baldur's Gate or something big like that. But that does mean the production timeline's a couple of years opposed to like 5 to 10 years. Because when we hear about video games, like the big AAA games coming out, they're like, we're going to do this. And you're like, in 5 to 10 years, we will see it because the work involved is huge. But yeah, it looks like they're doing some more smaller indie games, which is cool.
That does sound loads of fun.
Yeah.
While
can I just make a small? It's possibly off. Look, I don't know. I think it's on topic because we're looking at a picture of like various cast of people. I recognise Matt Mercer, and there are some other people who don't ring any bells. Now, there we go. But I know enough to say that Vox Machina and Mercer and Percy and Keyleth and Tiberius, blah blah blah, that's Critical Role merchandise. And it's just a bit weird to me that you'd wear your own merchandise. Like, isn't that like wearing a band T-shirt to a gig where you're going to see that band.
Well, I think that's like when we wear an EN Publishing T-shirt when we're at a convention. It's advertising, isn't it?
Well, that's not. But it's not a uniform. But okay,
I suppose. I don't know. Maybe they just like the T-shirts. I don't know.
I mean, if
my
TTRPG group had T-shirts, I would definitely wear them because I love my TTRPG groups, and so maybe it's that same vibe as well.
Okay.
And it works well as a little marketing push to be like, hey, we have T-shirts you can buy, and for the parasocial relationship we have with us.
Obviously, they're wearing wearing it as marketing. It's just like I was just thinking about it from the social context. Like, would you wear a D&D T-shirt while playing D&D, or surely you should wear like I don't know. Oh, there we go. Fassa had a Martial Universe RPG.
Yeah, thank you from W Forge.
Good work there.
Yeah.
I knew there was one out there, but not recently, I think. No.
Yeah.
Anyway, while we were broadcasting, two more bits of critical critical role news. Try and say that again.
Critical role news.
I can do words.
You can do it. You got this, champ.
One was that the Legend of Vox Machina was renewed for a 5th and final season.
Oh, that's nice. That will be Amazon and stuff, isn't it?
Yes, that's on Prime.
Yeah.
And then also on Prime, the first season of the Mighty Nine. Is it 9 or Nine? 9.
Mighty Nine.
N-I-N. Is airing on November the 19th on Prime Video.
Is that how many players they got? They got 9 players.
Oh no, this is the cartoon.
Oh, okay. Right.
The animated shows based on them. We watched the first episode of the Legend of Vox Machina, if you recall.
I think we watched the first series of Vox Machina. It was very exciting. Quite enjoyed it.
I only watched the first episode.
Well, I think that was very good of you just to listen for the audio. As famously established, you cannot see.
I cannot see animation. Yeah.
Well, it's post the 80s.
Yeah. But anyway, so Vox Machina 5th and final season coming, and first season of the Mighty Nine also coming.
There we go.
Cool. I like the TV show. It's nice. I've had it on the background when I've been doing admin work because it's something I can kind of drop in and watch, and then
that Critical Role is doing pretty well. I mean, doing better than Wizards of the Coast in some respects. Multiple TV shows. Video games coming up. I suppose obviously Wizards had Baldur's Gate 3,
Darrington Press, Dagger Heart's out, Candela Obscura,
pushing out new systems. I mean, let's face it, Wizards of the Coast only has one system that they really have out there, whereas like Darrington Press, EN Publishing, they've all got at least 2, maybe even 3. So
Okay. ENNIE's August the 1st. Friday, August the 1st.
Okay.
If you are going to be at the ENNIE ceremony, you can bid for one of the dream dates. So these dream dates, basically, you get to sit with a company at the front of the show.
Oh, okay.
Because it's a big theatre, and right at the front of the theatre, all the companies and the nominees sitting on round tables near the front. At least last time I was there were round tables. And these dream dates, you can basically bid, and the money goes to support the ENNIEs. And if you win the bid, they're usually on eBay. If you win the bid, you get to sit with one of the companies. So there's 4 at the moment: Chaosium, Exalted Funeral, Wet Ink Games, and Night Owl Publishing. You get to sit up front with them and just share the evening with the companies.
Exalted Funeral do interesting stuff. Not sure I know Night Owl and Wet Ink.
Well,
do you know them and what they make?
So let's have a look. So Exalted Funeral, obviously, loads and loads of stuff.
Like ultraviolet grasslands and just a whole manner of interesting looking things, including I think they had the Space Marine one, but that wasn't.
So they were awarded for Best Adventure, nominated this year for Best Adventure Long Form with Isle of Joy. They're also known for the Chaos Gods Come to Meatlandia, the Scourge of the Scorn Lords, and Worm Witches, the Life and Death of Belinda Blood.
Yep.
I mean, those are some evocative names.
And Wex Inc. Games, they have Never Going Home, which was nominated for an ENNIE in 2020. It's Eldritch Horrors in trenches of the World War. So lots of creepy gas masks and things like that, which is very cool. And they also publish Jiangxi Blood in the Banquet Hall. If you remember that.
Okay. I thought that was Game of the Curry that did that.
They wrote
That's
it.
the studio that make it. Right. Yeah.
Well, they're nominated this year for Garbage and Glory Trash Run.
Okay, then.
Some of the names of some of these things are amazing. I love them. Love them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily know what they are, but just the name makes me want to find out.
Yeah. Doing important stuff.
Better at naming things than I am. That is for sure.
And do we say what Night Owl did? Or
Night Owl was well, we did, yeah. Isle of Joy, the Chaos Gods Come to Meatlandia.
Right with you. I did have that confused with Exalted Funeral. Has names that I would also not bat an eye to.
Yeah, well, Exalted Funeral have been nominated this year for, well, they've got loads of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 nominations this year.
Yeah.
That's a lot of nominations.
I've not been able to keep up because they've just been cranking them out.
But yeah, so, you know, Monty Python RPG most recently, but loads of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Someone just asked in the chat, what's happened to the What's Oldest New system? That was some butter pants. Well, we did the What's Oldest New starter set last year. Yeah. This year we've got the bestiary coming out.
Yeah.
Very soon, in fact. So that's what's happened to it. And I think, is that our next one after Pets?
It is. So we've got Pets and Psychics, which is live currently on Kickstarter. And then because we can't get enough creatures, we're bringing more creatures to What's Oldest New games because we don't want you to feel left out. You know.
Yeah. We would not want that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played a couple of adventures from What's Oldest New starter sets. Good. Extremely high quality, and so all the books are still in print, I believe.
Yep, I put a link on our online store where we've got the 3 core books, and there's also all the other supplement adventures and the box set and everything that's out on there as well.
It's being developed for.
Yes, so I mean it's there, it's available. There's new stuff coming.
Right, we're nearing the end of the show. We have a number of items from you here, Peter. Would you like to dive in?
Well, I think basically there's one major one, which is poor old itch.io has been caught up in the Blitz on Steam. Essentially, there is a tiny Australian pressure group calling themselves Crowdshout, and they have taken it upon themselves to describe themselves as anti-pornography. It's like, okay, that is a stance. But when they say anti-pornography, that somehow seamlessly transitions into anti-adult content online. Well, Damien James O'Farrell identifies that wine is awesome. Well, good job there. Yeah, so they've and so they have put pressure on Visa and MasterCard, and people are doubtless looking at their podcast devices saying, what is PJ waffling on about now? And I'll tell you, it's because these are payment processors, as in, if they decide that they are not going to support your platform, you cannot be paid for things, which is quite the impediment if you are running a business. So Steam has gone through and delisted a bunch of games which have, quote, adult themes and so forth. And it's like, okay, well, that's a computer game problem, not hugely relevant. Itch.io sells computer games. It also sells a lot of regular role-playing games as well.
Yeah,
tabletop games as well. And they have gone through over like the past day or so and delisted absolutely everything. And you're like, well, surely that's just a pornographer problem. Like, if you want smut, go and search for it. Delisting means that you cannot search for anything except for looking. You can't even find it with a direct name search. You need to have a link from the creator. But also, they have
taken a shadow ban, basically.
Yeah, it's a super hard shadow ban that it's just like, oh, it's not banned, but you cannot find it.
Yeah, it's there, but you can't find it. Yeah.
And they have also done stuff like taken down things like a game which has the word trans in the title, because that is described as an adult theme. There is zero pornography in it, but it has been taken down anyway because, how do I say, this crowd out people, inevitably it goes from, oh, we're anti-pornography, and that's like, all right, and they've gone to anti-adult, and LGBTQ stuff inevitably gets treated as, quote, adult, and inevitably gets banned. And the reason I sound so tired and annoyed about it is because I've seen it before, right? I'm bored of it. It's like, it's like, sure, it's working, but it's just, we've seen it before in the 90s, we've seen it in the 2000s, and now it's making a comeback in the 2020s, and it's just like tedious that people keep on falling for the same tired old tricks. So I'm afraid I submitted a bit late to get any pictures up or anything like that, because it is literally just breaking news. But if you get a chance, get on the phone to Visa or MasterCard and ask them why they're doing this, because it took very few calls, like a couple of hundred calls.
I would also argue, whatever your stance is on something, something like Visa and MasterCard, I think these days are basically akin to electricity or water. They are essential services at that point, and giving them the ability to cut off basically essential services based on their viewpoint is like giving electricity companies the ability to just cut off your power, or water companies just to cut off your power just because they don't like something about you. And I think that is a dangerous, really dangerous position to be in, where companies have that sort of, that sort of power.
I will say, and I am not a fan of Visa and MasterCard, as corporations per se, but I will say, in fairness to them, it is partly self-defense, because they were processing payments for well-known pornography sites and got involved in lawsuits around some of the shadier areas. And they're like, look, we just take money. We don't have anything to do with it. We are just payment processors. But they were scooped up and held to also be criminally liable in what was going on. I don't know all the details, but as a consequence, their now legal position is, if we got something like that coming, then we're just going to say, no, we've got to stop it. And it's like, this is heavily exclusionary of sex work. And that is, I guess, a political opinion. Here's me being political, but it has real ramifications, because it also inevitably affects LGBTQ people as well. And
I guess
the information that we have access to.
I mean, a simple version of that in TTRPGs is there's a role-playing game called Thirsty Sword Lesbians. That's going to be harder to search for on itch, for example, now. So that's a very basic example of that.
I bet you £5 that you will not be able to find Thirsty Sword Lesbians on itch if you search for it.
Here we go.
Although, mind you, finding stuff on itch anyway was always a bit of a challenge.
I'll just type in Thirsty Sword Lesbians into the search bar, so I'm not doing anything complicated. Just curious. Thirsty Sword Lesbians, Evil Hat. No, there it is.
Oh, you found it.
That one has not been shadowed.
I find that.
You don't even I will collect that. I won't forget.
To the pub, let's go.
Oh, that might get you 3/4 of a pint.
Do you know what? Yeah, we went to the Cowherds last week, whatever day it was, and I bought a pint, and it was £6.30 or something, and I thought, oh,
wow.
I had that as well, a pint of mead, but that was at Fancy Forest, which is like a music festival. It was a pint of mead. It was very good.
Wow.
Festivals,
Sparkling mead.
Festivals are famously a lot of mead. expensive.
Yeah, it was sparkling mead. It was really nice. It was like light and straw. Yeah, it's very nice anyway. And that's why I wasn't here last week, because I was dancing around dressed like a pirate, drinking mead in a field.
Worst way to spend your time.
With bright pink hair. Yeah.
With bright pink hair, yes.
Well, how else would you do that?
Because I'm an adult, and that's how I choose to spend my time and money.
Yeah.
But as I say, maybe companies that aren't Evil Hat.
Yeah, why goes to the work? £6.30. That's 20% of a good TTRPG book. Yes, that's only because TTRPG books are massively undervalued.
Yes, no.
Massively undervalued.
Well,
still,
so. Anyway,
people won't pay what they're worth.
There are, as I say, absolutely tons of creators that are smaller than Evil Hat, or who have less access to litigation and swift lawyers, who are just individuals who have been banned. I'm seeing them all over Blue Sky, unhappy and complaining, because it's like, wow, they weren't making a lot of money, but now, and also payments to them are also slowed and stopped. So so that's hit Steam, that's hit Itch, and it's due to Visa and Mastercard.
Is it just Visa?
Oh, PayPal will be involved as well for certain.
Okay.
Can't imagine them not being.
Okay. You also got another couple of items here. Something about I don't know what dress up but trans is. It's just 4 words. But what's dress up but trans?
Oh, that was an example of a game that's been shadow banned.
Okay.
So you can't find that except by like a direct link to it. I'm just showing that it exists, and it's not pornography.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Right. We have got some news.
Yes.
Ooh, exciting.
Guess what's now available to buy? Finally. Now that the Kickstarter backers all have their books, Monstrous Menagerie 2 Hordes and Heroes, you can now buy from our website in hardcover or PDF format, or from Drive to RPG in PDF format now. And it's amazing. It's really, really good. I suggest you do.
Yes.
Unless you already have it, in which case you don't need to. But you can buy another one if you want.
Yeah, it's been. We started fulfilling Kickstarter backers in like May, and last wave went out in like June to the people in the US. So there's only a handful of people that don't have the books because they have not given me their address, and I didn't want to just chuck it in the air. So if you are,
or they didn't give you their address and shouted at you for not sending the book.
Hey, calm down now. If you haven't received your book and you're a backer, just send me an email if you go to the Kickstarter pages and the updates of how to get in touch, and let me know, and we'll have a look for you. It might be that I just don't have your address, but if you tell me, then I'll send it to that address. 9 times out of 10.
But anyway, Monsters Menagerie 2 is available now. You can buy it now. It's amazing. It's really, 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 really good. Just go do that.
It's also available as a bundle on Pets and Sidekicks, but that will be delivered in kind of January. But if you want your Monstrous Menagerie now, you can order it from the web store now instead of as part of the crowdfunding bundle.
Yeah.
It depends how quickly you need the hardcover.
And I can tell you that these, from personal experience, that these are some good quality monsters in there, because in my Wednesday night game, we had 3 sprung on us, and one of them absolutely ripped apart the rogue, which is hilarious. If you're not the rogue,
which is this?
That makes me sad.
I want to call it a Maw of some description. It's basically like an Asterion, which is a 2-headed giant, but it's also a lycanthrope with a battle axe. So it's like this sort of Tyrannosaurus Rex with a battle axe, reshed up, and I mean, I think they're taking a couple of hits from the Chimera already, but it was pretty hardcore. So like, glad that wasn't me. Ha.
Right, I think we're done.
Yeah,
I think we are done.
That is the show for this week. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Fridays, 2 p.m. UK time, 9 a.m. Eastern. You can join us live on YouTube. YouTube,
Twitch,
Facebook. YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Yes, there we go. I got it. So until next week, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Bye-bye.
All the tabletop role-playing news. We aim to amuse and we aim to enthuse. And Morris's unofficial tabletop RPG.